Hey, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
So happy to be with you today. Today is a really special day, and we wanted to just pop in and say hello and kind of share some of our thoughts. And we're so happy to spend time with you today. It is a really special day, and we've got some fun things to talk about, or some helpful things to talk about, I
Yeah.
should say. And if you don't know who we are, I'm Patty, and I'm here with Hillary.
Hello, everybody.
And we're the co-founders of Hound DIY. And normally you see us on here doing all kinds of crafts and dog treats and recipes and dog toys and all kinds of fun stuff. But today we want to talk about another aspect of some of the things that we do as a way of giving back to the dog loving community. And that is our dog loss series. Today is a national Rainbow Bridge Remembrance Day. And, as pet owners, if you haven't gone through the loss of a pet yet, you will one day.
Yep.
Hillary and I have,
It's unfortunately
it's tough.
the toughest part of the reality of being a pet owner. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just a pet parent, because it can kind of, it makes it hard because it steals a little bit of that joy, like, especially when you know that part is coming. So this is
Yeah.
obviously, it is a reality, and we've seen a need. And so, yeah, that was part of the reason that inspired us to kind of create a few things for people
Right.
that are going through dog loss, or going through. It actually started out with when we were just starting out. Our original name of our company was We Heart Hounds.
Hmm.
And when we were
Hmm.
just starting out, Patty was going through canine cancer with her dog Clover. And so this was kind of the inception of our coming together and doing We Heart Hounds, and also what was going on with us
Hmm.
during that time. And so this was one of the very first things that we created, was a grief support kit, or dog loss support.
Hmm.
And so we just wanted to it seemed fitting for Rainbow Bridge Remembrance Day to let you all know that these resources are available
Yeah.
still. And it's one of the things that we had such a huge outpouring of love and support. And
Hmm.
we still daily get messages and comments and things like that about this series. So we know that there's a need out there for it. And so we're just so honored to be able to offer this.
Hmm.
It's totally
Hmm.
free. The dog loss support grief support kit is totally free. There's no selling, nothing like that. All you do is
Hmm.
enter your email, and you can sign up to get all the different parts and pieces. And we'll kind of go through each one and let you know what's involved in the kit.
Right, exactly. So basically, what Hillary's referencing, there should be a link below wherever you're watching the video to sign up. It's an email. There's a series of 6 emails that come into your inbox. And the first email that you get is a link to a really phenomenal article that we were so impressed with by Moira Allen. And it's on the moment, it's called The Moment After. And it really has some tips and suggestions that help with those first days, weeks, months of moving towards your journey of healing,
Yeah.
kind of because that initial response that we all have is so overwhelming, and you really kind of feel numb. It's really
Yeah.
hard to think and know what to do or know what to feel, or what you thought was important is no longer as important as you thought it was, because you're hit with such a
You're
strong
kind of in
emotion.
shock,
Yeah,
that you're
exactly.
just,
Yeah,
and
even if you know it's
everything's
coming.
different. Everything
Right.
feels different, like that sort of,
Right.
from
Right.
one moment to the next.
Right.
It's a really difficult transition. So this was a great
Right.
article that kind of dealt with that immediate
Exactly.
right after
Right. Right.
situation.
So that's a really good resource as a place to get started. And then the second email.
Yeah, so the second email goes into, we have a video series where we met with Peggy Kame, who is a grief support counselor. And so that video series it's on YouTube, but we also have all the videos linked for you. It goes through the different topics, and
Mhm.
different aspects of dealing with grief, and some things like a few of them are, you know, the loss of a dog can sometimes feel harder than a loss of a person in your life,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
dealing with the anger that sometimes you can feel,
Mhm.
or dealing with help that isn't helpful.
Right.
Sometimes people are trying to be helpful, but it's just there is
Right.
some situations where it's a tricky thing, and so
Right.
we kind of tackled a few of these common
Right.
situations,
Right.
worked with Peggy, and worked through some of those videos. So those videos are available. And then one of the great things I feel like about those videos, they've been up for a long time. Like I said, this was one of the very first things that we
Mhm.
created on our YouTube channel. So
Mhm.
there's a ton of comments on those videos. So it's not just the video content, but it's also what's happening in the comments below
Right.
and that community that's there.
Mhm.
So you
Mhm.
can, you can reach out to other people and know that you're not alone. Like there are
Mhm.
people that have been there, that
Mhm.
have, have had similar situations, or maybe
Mhm.
not, but they might
Mhm.
have things that they're tips or tricks, or, just a kind word that are
Right.
happening down in those comments that can be
Mhm.
really supportive and helpful as well.
Right, exactly, and you also get a copy of her book.
Yes. So she has an ebook, How to Heal from the Loss of a Pet. And so
Mhm.
you get that as well in that email series.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
that second email.
exactly. Exactly. And then the next email that you get is has got two resources that we created. One is helping dogs go through the loss of a pet, and the other one is helping your children go
Yeah.
through the loss of your pets. So you have it's obviously you are going through that grief process as well, but the other family members in your household are going through it, whether they be your pets or your children or your spouse or whoever. And what I really like about those resources is they provide a guide to kind of help you have those conversations with your children, have you focus intently on, look for signs for your other pets
Mhm.
and the signs of sadness and grief that they're going through, and how to help them come out of their shell from those feelings and things like that. So I thought those were two really good resources, I think, that are also very beneficial, when you lose a dog or a cat in your life.
And it's nice just to have something to kind of, like you said, just a guide. So, like
Hmm.
ways to broach the conversation, or
Hmm.
things that you can kind of do. Like it's a really nice one when you're dealing with so much grief yourself. Sometimes
Hmm.
it's hard to come up with the idea of how to help
Right.
somebody else, and this gives you
Right.
some tips and tricks on how to do that.
Right,
So,
right. And if you're watching this video right now or watching on the replay and you have some tips or some insights to share or words of kindness, for someone else that might have lost their dog recently, please feel free to comment below. We really do want this to be a community effort, and this is something that is our way of giving back, right?
yeah.
So please feel free to add your input, because we're learning from everybody as we all
Yeah.
go through this. The next email that you get in this series, our dog loss series, is, I'm looking at my notes, I don't want to forget, are the online memorial kits and the guide to memorial gardening.
Yeah.
Hillary, do you want to describe a little bit about
Yeah.
those?
So this is kind of so if you know Hound Hugger DIY, we do a lot of what we are normally doing are crafts and toys and things like that. So we
Mm-hmm.
love kind of working with our hands, and
Mm-hmm.
that was a little bit of our thought process with the memorial gardening memorial kits. So it's a way to kind of, once you're ready, to sort of put some of that energy
Mm-hmm.
that you have into motion. And
Mm-hmm.
for me, sometimes it's nice to just kind of get lost in something. So something like
Mm-hmm.
gardening is a great way. So we have a guide that helps you kind of come up with ideas for online memorial,
Mm-hmm.
or for memorial garden, creating a memorial garden. But then we also have one that's an online memorial. So if you have photos and your favorite
Mm-hmm.
songs, or just journal excerpts, things that you want to kind of commemorate
Mm-hmm.
for your pup, this is another way to, like like I said, kind of put some of that energy, that energy that you have into motion and creating
Right.
something. And then having that at the end is, it can be really rewarding, and it can be
Mhm.
really comforting to then go back and revisit again and
Right.
again. So,
Or share with other family and
yep,
friends, right?
yep,
That's really important too. So, and I really like these are really just ideas, right? To
yes,
spark some things in you that can help you customize or personalize that experience as well. So, and there's lots there. We really try to provide some really well thought out resources
yeah.
in each of these guides that we're putting together.
And
The
there's no
next,
right or wrong way. That, I
yeah,
think that's another
yeah,
really important thing. Like, however you're feeling, however you're going through this, there is no right or wrong. So these
hmm,
are just ideas, things that may be helpful, but
right,
they might not be helpful right this second. Like,
yeah,
you might be too, it might be too close right now, but
hmm,
maybe in 3 months or 4 months, some of
hmm,
these things that are in
hmm,
these different guides, that might be the time that they become helpful. So we
right,
really
right,
just want to give you some things that are resources, and then you
hmm,
can use them if and when you need them and as you
right,
need them.
right.
So,
Right, exactly, exactly. So the next email that you get, this will be the fifth email in the six-part email series. The next one is on humor and learning how to deal with laughing again, smiling
yeah,
again, and feeling good again. I know those first moments where you actually catch yourself laughing, and then you stop and think, I shouldn't be happy because I just lost, the love of my life, and or my best furry companion, and I'm still gutted by that. Why am I laughing, and how disrespectful that is? Well, it actually isn't. Humor can be very healing as
yeah,
well, and it is a great way to find acceptance in yourself and in what has happened. And your pup only wants you to be
yeah,
happy. I mean, if you think about the times when your dog was with you, their happiest days when were your happiest days.
mhm,
And so that's the goal, right? Is to find those moments of joy again, even though your pup is no longer with you. And so this guide really does help kind of walk you through all of those feelings, and help you kind of come out on the other end feeling better about healing through
yeah,
the grief journey.
yeah.
So
And then the last guide that we have and that final email is a grief support kit. So this is a kit that is full of really helpful resources. So
yeah.
it can be hotlines. There's a bunch of different ways that you can reach out if you're looking for professional help, or
Hmm.
somebody that you want to talk to, like right then, if it's the middle of the night and
Hmm.
you want to have somebody to speak with. We
Hmm.
have some different resources, toll-free
Right.
numbers, those sorts of things that are
Facebook
available.
groups and
Yep,
things like that. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
And different videos, and just some kind
Mhm.
of like healing helpful things that we've found as
Mhm.
we're putting this together.
Right. Some
Some
books
different
I think are in there
resources.
too that are really good, and yeah,
Yeah,
and some poetry and music and all kinds of really nice things, because everybody kind of goes through that process differently, and some
yeah,
things will resonate more with you than someone else, and so we really try to make it as comprehensive a guide as we could, um, on grief support. So that's the last email in the series. So there's lots there for you to hopefully grow and heal and find comfort and
yeah,
feel good again. And it's something that's really important to us. It's near and dear to our hearts. We've gone through the loss of multiple pets and some in recent years, and so we really truly do know what that's like. It's nothing that you ever get over,
yeah.
but you can get through it. And these things help you get through it. So, um, and that's important.
And And if you know somebody, like, it may not be
Mhm.
you right now, but if you
Right.
know somebody, you can definitely share this link
Mhm.
with them. And like I said, it's just no selling, none of
Right.
that. Just 6 easy emails, and then
Mhm.
that's it. Then you're
Yeah.
done. So hopefully there's something helpful that you all can
Right.
find. And like the other part is that community. So
Mhm.
those YouTube videos that are out there, the comments that are happening currently, I
Mhm.
think that's just such a great resource. So
Mhm.
there's another way to reach out and maybe find a
Mhm.
little bit more support as well.
Mhm.
So
Exactly. Yeah. It's our way of giving back. We love you guys. We love everybody that's been such a support to
yeah,
us through good times and bad. And it's our way of giving back. And we hope that you find it really helpful. It genuinely comes from the bottom of our heart. We wish the best of everybody. We love to celebrate the happy
yeah,
moments with our pups. Those were our favorite, but it's also super important to recognize the saddest moments as well,
yeah,
and help each other, pull each other up, and help each other get through them. And this is something that we are hopeful that will help you guys as well,
yeah.
and gals and stuff. And then, as Hillary said, please pass this along to anybody that you think might benefit from it as well. That would
Yeah.
mean a lot.
All
Thanks,
right.
everybody.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Bye bye.